Hello and welcome to Full of Food. For this video I thought I'd do a HelloFresh recipe but using my air fryer. This lovely Kofta flatbread was the perfect choice. If you want to make your own, you can order a HelloFresh box and get all the ingredients and all the instructions with it. So like I said, I ordered the HelloFresh box and got everything that I needed to make this recipe. We're going to use the air fryer just to prove how easy it is. Don't need to use an oven or a hob. And we have our pork mince here, which is going to make our main kofta. And then we've got all the other ingredients readily packed in this lovely bag. So we've got some salad cheese here, so a bit like feta, that's going to crumble into our flatbreads. We've got some Greek style natural yogurt to make a bit of a dressing. Some lovely round flatbreads there. You can buy those in the supermarket as well. We've got some breadcrumbs to add to our meat. And then we've also got some little packets of dried oregano. And we've got some fresh mint as well there. That's going to go in our lovely dressing. We're going to use some little plum tomatoes to make a little salad to go in the flatbread as well. So a couple of punnets of those. Also a nice cucumber to go in there. And then in the bottom here I've got a lemon and I've got some garlic. We're going to use a clove of that. And then we're going to make some lovely wedges to go in the flatbread as well. So we've got 2 bags of potatoes there. So on to the method. So I bought recipes for 4, but I'm actually only going to make it for 2. So I've changed it and I've sorted it out so I do it in the air fryer rather than in the oven. So this is for 2. You can easily adapt it to whatever you need. So you're also going to need some olive oil and salt and pepper. So let's get on with our potatoes. So got our potatoes here, just going to give them a little wash. And then we're just going to prepare them into some lovely wedges. So we're just going to slice these up. I like to go in half and then go into 3 or 4 pieces to make that lovely wedge shape. And then if you just see any bad bits in there, just get your knife and just take them out. So this one had a couple of little bad bits on the edge, nothing to worry about, just get rid of them. Obviously leaving all that lovely skin on them is going to make them really nice and tasty. So there we go, we've chopped that whole bag of potatoes, cut out our funny bits, and we're just going to put some olive oil, nice drizzle of olive oil, and we're going to season with some black pepper and some salt. So if you're making wedges in the air fryer, this is just a really good basic recipe. You can add anything else here. You could add paprika, onion granules, garlic granules, whatever you wanted, even some of those pre-made seasonings that you get. But this is a really good simple one, just plain olive oil, salt and pepper. So they're going to go into my air fryer. I'm going to tip them in there and then make my koftas and cook them at the same time. So we're going to pop them in there, but when you're cooking them, these take about 20 minutes. I would definitely give them a shake a couple of times on the way through. Make sure that they're getting evenly browned in that air fryer. Okay, so on to the next stage. I'm going to get that lemon and I'm going to zest it and then cut it up into 4 wedges. And then we're going to get our garlic and we're just going to grate that up. You could also swap this out for some garlic powder or even leave it out if you wanted. This recipe was quite garlicky. Then we're going to get our breadcrumbs. These have all been measured out. And we're going to put some dried oregano in there as well. That lovely flavour to go in those koftas. A little bit of our garlic, of our grated garlic there. A nice generous amount of salt. And then we just got a little bit of water here, a couple of tablespoons of water that's just going to help bind everything together. So it's just going to make those breadcrumbs fluff up. And here's our pork mince. So this is one of the good things about HelloFresh is it's all measured out for you. You could easily adapt this at home, but it's nice to have things all just there and ready. So then we're going to get our hand in there and we're going to get all of those breadcrumbs and those herbs and garlic mixed in with our meat. So keep going. I've always, little trick here was to always use just one hand to mix the meat. so that you can then use your other hand if you need to, and then use both of them to form your little koftas. So here we go. You can see all those lovely breadcrumbs in there. Lovely koftas. So get rid of that bowl and wash hands. And then we're going to pop those into the other side of the air fryer. So I'm using the Ninja Joule here. You could use the flex straw. If you only had one section to your air fryer, you could easily pop one or the other in the oven, or you could just do the koftas and leave them to rest whilst you were doing the fries. So those koftas are a little bit quicker to cook. They're going to take about 15 minutes. So while that's all cooking away, we're going to get our tomatoes. Now the tomatoes I got in my HelloFresh box were bad. So I found a tomato and I'm going to use that for this recipe. Yes, they were not good. So we're going to get this cucumber, dice that up, using half a cucumber for this part of the recipe. So remember, this part serves 2. Dice up the tomato. Obviously, if you had those lovely plum ones, you'd just half them. Pick off my mint leaves and just slice that up just into little shreds. And then we're going to get some of our olive oil, pour that into a bowl, a couple of tablespoons there again. Nice squeeze of that fresh lemon juice, bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. Remember to season all the way through. And then this is just sugar. So that's just going to add a little bit of sweetness to this lovely salad. So just a little bit of sugar there. So you've got this lovely dressing that you've made. Okay, so pop all of those cucumber and tomato pieces in a bowl, pour over that lovely dressing, and you want to let this sit for a little while to make sure all those flavours infuse. Okay, so we're now going to make a little sort of dip dressing to go with this. I've got this Greek style yoghurt, which I'm going to put in with that lemon zest. The lemon zest really makes this taste nice. I'm then adding some of that fresh shredded mint, some salt and pepper again, and just give that a lovely stir. And it's that simple. It's just got those lovely few flavours in it, really creamy, really tasty. So I've got my flatbreads and I've warmed them up in the microwave. I've got the salad cheese here. I've just crumbled some into a bowl. One of the best things I ever got with my air fryer was one of these electronic thermometers. You just want to check your meat is above 75. That's really good. So we're going higher. Just check that it's cooked, save you cutting them all up. So we're going to take some of those wedges and pop them onto the flatbread. Look how golden and beautiful they are. A couple of our koftas on top there. It was quite a generous recipe, this one. I'm then going to put some of that lovely yogurt with the lemon zest and the mint. Some of this salad. So we've got cucumber and tomato, all that lovely seasoning in there. And then crumble some of that salad cheese or feta-like cheese on top. A lovely squeeze of fresh lemon just to liven everything up. And some mint, some of that shredded mint that I kept from one side from my dressing. And there you have it, these lovely, really easy to make koftas. If you've got an air fryer, if you've got 2 parts to your air fryer, you can make this so easily. And it's a perfect meal to have or snack to have at the weekend.